Back and this weekend, President-elect Trump's incoming border czar, Tom Homan, gave a preview of what the new administration's unprecedented deportation efforts might look like.
But at the end of that, you get order removed, you're going home. And if you choose while you're here to give birth to an illegal to a U.S. citizen child, well, guess what? When you get removed, you can leave the child here, or you can take them with you. Law enforcement separates families all across this country every day, but they want a different set of rules for illegal aliens, and there just can't be a different set of rules.
A recent study estimated up to 4 million mixed-status families could be separated under Trump's plan. And NBC News has exclusive new reporting about how some of those families are trying to get ready. NBC's Julia Ainsley joins us now. So, Julia, we're talking about families with some members who are U.S. citizens or green card holders and some who do not have legal status. So what are they doing now?
You know, I spoke to a family like that just before the election. They talked about how they were going to have to decide how to move forward with their life, whether or not their father could be as much out and around in their community as they were before because he would be worried about deportation. My producer, Didi Martinez, spoke to a family in Pennsylvania after the election. They're doing things like trying to get power of attorney, getting passports for their U.S. citizen children so that they could visit their father if he's deported to Mexico. These are things that a lot of families are working on, especially when you look at families where both parents are undocumented and the children are citizens. They could be coming home from school to an empty house. They're working on putting together information and telling the children what to do and what adults they can safely contact in the event that that would happen. An estimated 4 million families are in that situation, Anna.
Are there any legal avenues for these families to try to fight these policies?
Certainly their best avenue could be through a class action lawsuit. That would likely come from the ACLU. We've already seen them sue ICE to try to get, and the new administration to try to get information on what they will use to fly charter planes. They want more information. They also want to look at the way the incoming Trump administration goes about deportations. For example, if they invoke the law that Trump himself has says he will use in order to use the military, that would basically classify undocumented immigrants in this country as an invasion from a foreign government. They would, of course, challenge that. They could represent these families who have been deported or had some members of their families be deported and say that Trump should not be able to use the pathways he did to justify these mass deportations.
Julia Ainsley, you have done such great reporting on this. Thank you for bringing us that updated